Hello, my name is Sean, and I have chosen the dish plain in pina from Switzerland. The ingredients for this dish are going to include flour, salt, eggs, Asiago cheese, green onions. I'm going to use andouille sausage, an onion, butter, milk, parsley, and golden potatoes. First step of the recipe is to preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. This is plain in pina. It is from Switzerland, and it is an oven-baked potato pancake. I chose Switzerland because I've never been there, once again. I've only known what I've heard about it. I have never really done any research on Switzerland. I chose the recipe because I do like potatoes for their nutritional value. I believe that they're a really good source of carbohydrates, and they have a higher energy yield than grains. I also do like breakfast foods throughout the day. 3 interesting facts about Switzerland's food and beverage culture. The Swiss invented the dish called Muesli. Has become a popular worldwide healthy breakfast option. Consists of rolled oats, nuts, dried fruit, yogurt, or milk. They also have a dish called Bircher Muesli. It's a variation of muesli created in the late 19th century by Maximilian Bircher Benner, a Swiss physician. Consists of oats soaked in milk overnight with lemon juice, nuts, honey, and grated apple. It's often enjoyed as a breakfast meal or even a midday snack. And Switzerland is also known for its cheese and fondue. Another level of their fondue is the Swiss wine fondue. This is created by melting cheese with white wine instead of the more traditional broth or oil. The reason for the white wine is that it adds a subtle flavor that improves the creaminess of the dish. Recipe questions. Plain in pina is a side dish that can be enjoyed with any meal, yet it's typically served at lunch due to the amount of time it takes to prepare. You actually had to cook it for, once again, about 40 to 50 minutes. While it's not a special meal, it can be seen on the table during holidays and special occasions. The closest food to plain in pina in eastern Washington, where I'm from, would be potato pancakes. It was usually cooked by my German grandmother, and she'd sometimes add onions, spices, and cheese. It would show up when we had a late breakfast or an early lunch on a farm. I remember not enjoying them as much as a child because I'd have my heart set on, syrupy, sweet-tasting pancakes, but instead we would get a potato pancake that was usually enjoyed better with ketchup and not syrup. I did follow the recipe pretty much to the letter. I wanted to taste what it would taste like if I was eating in Switzerland. Some of the health benefits. I'm just going to go over the cured meats. A lot of protein, sodium, nitrates. Health benefit is high quality protein, does support muscle maintenance and metabolic function. Health risk. Processed meats are associated with increased risk of some cancers, and largely due to sodium nitrate content. High sodium intake can contribute to hypertension. Next one I'm going to go over is the potatoes. These are the Yukon Golds. Their key nutrients are vitamin C, potassium, dietary fiber, especially if the skin is included, which is why I did include the skin. And the health benefits: potassium supports healthy blood pressure regulation. Vitamin C aids immune functions and collagen production. Health risk: when combined with high-fat ingredients like butter, cheese, and cured meats, which we just did, potatoes can contribute to a calorie-dense dish that may affect weight management if eaten frequently. So I would recommend, if you're going to eat this kind of food often, make sure you're at least exercising and going on walks and runs and stuff. Learning about Switzerland's food and beverage culture did change my perspective a bit on food and culture. It brought to new light how the neighboring countries of Switzerland have such a heavy impact. The neighboring countries to Switzerland are Austria, France, Italy, and Germany. And when you move to those different areas that's within that proximity of that other country, that's where the foods have more of an effect. Another interesting fact is that the ancient civilizations are still seen in a lot of the dishes and meals over there in Switzerland. This one particularly ancient Rome. While this dish did not seem similar to most of the food I usually eat, Learning about the German influence reminded me of my German grandmother's cooking, and it has me considering what other food I've enjoyed and not really paid attention to its origin. The recipe called for 50 to 60 minutes. Based off the size of the pan that I decided to use, made it a little bit shallow, and it ended up cooking a little bit faster. I've been checking on it, and here's the final result. One last thing, the most important thing. Always turn your oven off.